Welcome to Mettle Memo number 23, where today's topics we will include overthinking, buy a whiteboard, meals, and training. To start off, I am now doing this on video, and I'm doing this on Spotify. And on Spotify, you could actually watch the video. I upload them all. Otherwise, you could watch it on YouTube, so check it out. Next, some housekeeping. We have 3 new program launches. These programs include a 12-week hybrid athlete training program, 6-week circuit training program with how-to videos, and the last, and it's my favorite, and it's what I'm currently doing, is the Strength and Aesthetics. Now that is found on my Substack. It's $6 a month. So a full month of training for a cup of coffee. Check it out. Check the link in the description or bio or whatever this is. Lastly, my supplements. I take Transparent Labs every single solitary day. My go-to daily supplements are the 100% grass-fed whey protein. My favorite flavor is the banana chocolate chip protein powder. I think that's what it's called, but it's banana and chocolate, and it's freaking amazing. Then I also take creatine HMB every day, and then I rotate either lean or bulk pre-workout depending on where I'm at. Right now, strength training, heavily focused on building strength, so I'm taking bulk. I'm taking it first thing in the morning. I would suggest taking half a scoop to start. You don't want to be in the gym peeling off your skin because of the caffeine. So lastly, I take vitamin D3K2, a multivitamin, and my favorite all day, every day is Hydrate. That is the electrolyte mix. Have an article archive on everything. Now, let's get into Mettle Memo number 23. Lesson learned. Overthinking. When I overthink, I tend to overthink negatively. I've never suffered from the problem. What if I ask for a raise and get more money than I asked? What do I do then? My thoughts of overthinking led me to an area I would define as fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear that I will consistently find the reasons not to versus the reason to do something. I have these emotions that are like superchargers for the overthinking, and they feed off one another. If this, then that equals emotionally fearful, creating a deeper spiral, ultimately leading to answers to problems that don't even exist except in my own head. Have you ever suffered from overthinking? Maybe it's a presentation that you're getting nervous about, or maybe it's a girl you want to text and you don't know what to say. Those thoughts circulate in your head until you start working on a solution. Well, I will just say this. No, that's not good. Maybe this. And this spiral continues and it continues. What I found is that I am left with self-doubt. Therefore, I have discovered that overthinking for me is a habit I would prefer not to have. Sure, there are times that I need to make an educated decision and need to evaluate the outcomes and play each scenario in my head. I find this to be considered brainstorming, and I write down all the questions and scenarios and write down all the outcomes I can think of. Then there are times, and most often, that it is late in bed and I'm doom scrolling social media, subconsciously comparing myself to the person's success, happiness, or highlights. Now that is overthinking. So now that we've established my version of, quote, overthinking absolutely sucks, well, what do we do about it? First is to recognize that you are overthinking or spiraling. So the recognition of it. I suggest telling yourself out loud, Cole, you are overthinking again. Next, acknowledge if this problem in your head is something that needs action. Are you spiraling because you are comparing yourself to someone who has abs on social media and you don't? Fine. Disclaimer, even when you have abs, you still compare yourself to others. Are you ready to go to the gym the next day? Are you eating healthy? And if so, it's time to just let it go. Let the thoughts come in and go out like a nice house guest that didn't even have time to take off their shoes. If you are overthinking and have not performed an action to resolve this, quote, problem, then it is time to take action. Most anxiety that comes from overthinking derives from thinking and not taking action. So make a list of all the things you can control and all the things you cannot control. This will help clearly define where your action should be focused. Which brings me to the last two actionable items. You write and you talk. Write in a journal. Complete a huge brain dump. Get everything that is spinning in your head out of your head. Lastly, talk. Talk to a friend, a therapist, doctor, priest, colleague, mentor, or a trusted source. I don't care who it is, but have them have your best interests in heart. Release what has been building up in your head before this molehill becomes a mountain. I hope this helps you, as you know that you're not alone in this overthinking and spiraling. I've been there, and quite often over the past couple months, actually. Tip of this week: buy a whiteboard. I have this calendar whiteboard that sits behind my computer monitor on the wall. At the end of every month, I take a photo of the board and erase it completely. I then fill in the next month with all of my planned workouts. The whiteboard I have has a, quote, notes section on the side of it. In the notes section, I tally up all the days I did a cold plunge, had a great diet for that day, and successfully did all my workouts. This not only keeps me motivated, but it holds me accountable. So every day that I'm at my desk, which is every day at some point, I can see the planned workouts I have for the week and next week and start to prioritize my schedule. I do not write a lot for each day. It simply says, quote, upper, referencing to an upper body workout, and maybe cycling, referencing to riding my bike for 45 minutes to an hour. I then separately have each workout planned and tracked somewhere else, like the Strength and Aesthetics program in the Substack. More detail, more description of each workout and what I'm planning on doing that day. The act of taking the time to write down your month and then crossing off each day is actually super fulfilling. This gives me clarity. This also, to be honest, gives me anxiety when I miss a couple workouts in a row. And when this happens, I analyze what it is at the end of each month. Did I think I could train harder than my body was really telling me? Did I plan too much, or was I not prioritizing fitness over something else? Seeing this every day and having the option to change days around gives me the structure and the peace of mind. I personally find it more difficult to use the calendar in my phone or like Notion or something like that to schedule these workouts versus seeing it in my face hung up on the wall. It's worth a shot if you want to get more structured around your fitness, and the whiteboard I bought is from Amazon. I put the link in the actual newsletter. What I am eating. Below are some pictures and macros of foods I enjoyed cooking or eating throughout the past week. I put my go-to, which I've added a new supplement to it, which is cowboy colostrum. So I've been like huge on colostrum recently. The mix between colostrum and collagen has really helped like my body heal, my hair grow, my nails grow. It's been incredible. So the bowl is non-fat Greek yogurt, colostrum, collagen, kefir, frozen berries, honey, and a little cinnamon on top. For 250 calories, protein 30, almost zero fat, and net carbs are about 28 grams, mostly from the honey and the berries. Next, we have sirloin steak cooked in beef tallow. Phenomenal to cook anything in, but sirloin steak and beef tallow is top tier, with broccoli and Brussels sprouts covered in olive oil. So this has about 350 calories. Protein is high. It's 37 grams, fat 18, and net carbs is around 6. It's just filled with fiber from the Brussels sprouts and the broccoli. And lastly, my favorite breakfast that I've made this past week, it is 4 eggs, 1 homemade sourdough bagel, half an avocado, sliced and spiraled perfectly, berries, strawberries, and everything covered in honey. So the approximate macros for that is 670, protein 31, fat 27, and net carbs 68. Now, if you've been following this for a while, you may see that my breakfast has significantly more calories. My snacks have a little less. My lunches have a little less. And then dinner is like not that strong. I tailor my calorie intake down as I train in the morning. And so I want to refuel after I train. And before I go to bed, I don't want to eat 2,000 calories just stuffing in my face. So heavier in the morning, and I slowly taper down. I do spend every night with a nice ice cream bowl from transparent labs that I make with my Ninja Creamy. Now that's top tier, but it's about like 350 calories, and I eat that about an hour or so after dinner. I have recognized that the earlier I eat before I go to bed, the better I sleep and the better I feel and recover. Not every day can work like that, though. How I'm training currently. So I'm implementing more and more cardio. I'm trying to build that base back up so I can get ready to run. Hopefully over the summer I can really pick that up. So I'm swimming and I'm cycling a lot. And so if you're injured with IT band syndrome, or you're working on like a return to running program, I'm doing this return to running and it's been working phenomenal. My knee still hurts, but I am building up a better base. So that's setting the treadmill to a 10% incline, 4 minutes at 5 speed, which is about 12 minutes a mile, or like 7:30 a kilometer. It's slow, but you're jogging. And then 1 minute off completely. And I repeat that 4 to 6 times, which is building up from last week, which was only like 3 reps of that. The lifting, the strength and aesthetics program. I'm all strength right now. That's my biggest focus. So pre-workout, I take the transparent lean or bulk, as I said earlier. Now I'm up to about like 3/4 of a scoop, almost a full scoop. And I mentioned day 6 in the newsletter, which is the cardio day. So I do a dynamic warm-up, get my hips, my body, my lower body moving, mobility prep, and then I get into a zone 2 cardio session. So for me, I've been loving the cycling. I've been loving the Echo bike. So on the Echo bike, I'm just cruising for about 30 minutes. And then at the end, I do these high-intensity efforts. So I do 90 seconds all out, 90 seconds gentle pedaling, like very slow. 90 seconds all out, 90 seconds gentle pedaling. And I do that for about 12 minutes. And it's a phenomenal finisher. And you're dying, your heart rate's flying, and you finish up after 45 minutes and you burn like 500 calories. It's amazing. And then I cool down. So I try to spend the rest of the day being slightly active, but not overdoing it. So that is Mettle Memo 23. I hope you enjoyed. Fortify your mind.